5 hours. That's how long it took to unload 5 holds worth of salt from the Algoma Buffalo at Wharf 6 in Thorold. 5 hours. And then we were empty. And then we left. No fanfare, no ceremony, just a ship that had a job to do and another job waiting. This is the second trip of the 2026 shipping season, and I can tell you right now, it was nothing like the first one. The stretch of canal between Wharf 6 and Port Colborne is approximately 12 miles. It sounds straightforward, and it is straightforward. The speed limit from Wharf 6 to Port Robinson is 6 knots. From Port Robinson to Ramey's Bend, it's 8 knots. And then from Ramey's Bend, it goes back down to 6 knots out to Lake Erie. There are 2 car tunnels under the canal in this section, regular cars, regular roads, people passing underneath the ship the length of 2 football fields, going about as fast as a brisk walk. They don't seem to mind, and neither do we. My usual instruction to the wheelsman on a good day is simple: keep it in the middle. Port Colborne, Wharf 16. Now, fueling a ship is not normally a complicated exercise. You pull up to a fuel dock, or a fuel barge pulls up to you, and then you connect a hose and pump. It's simple. Except on this particular route between Thorold and Cleveland, there are no fuel docks. There are no fuel barges. There is, instead, a phone call to a fuel company, and then 3 diesel tanker trucks arrive on the wharf and connect to a manifold on a trailer, and that in turn connects to the ship, and then they all pump together through a single line. It takes about an hour and a half, and at the end of it, after 3 tanker trucks worth of diesel have been pumped on board the Algoma Buffalo, we are not even full. A full tank on the Algoma Buffalo would require around 6 trailers. 3 trucks is half a tank. We came off of winter layup with the tanks run deliberately low to reduce stress on the hull, which means we needed fuel badly, and 3 trucks was all we got. Half a tank of diesel delivered by road to a ship. On the Great Lakes in April, this is, I have come to understand since joining Algoma, is perfectly normal, and I've made peace with it. Lake Erie in mid-April is cold and largely unpredictable. The sky couldn't make up its mind. Sun one moment, cloud the next, the kind of weather that meteorologists describe as partly cloudy, and sailors describe as pretty typical. Nothing happened. The crossing took 12 hours, and the Algoma Buffalo didn't complain. Neither did I. Cleveland, the Cargill dock. Salt again. This time, one tug, because the bow thruster recalibrated on the previous trip was behaving exactly as a bow thruster should. No drama, no precautions, no stories, we just came in and docked. We again loaded 5 cargo holds of salt over about 12 hours and left. The GoPro's GPS, which on the last trip had quietly teleported us to the middle of Lake Erie the moment the fog rolled in, worked perfectly. Every position logged correctly, every mile accounted for. It was, by any measure, a completely uneventful visit to Cleveland, which is, I suspect, exactly what Cleveland would prefer. The return crossing was equally uneventful. Sun, cloud, sun again, Lake Erie offering us just enough variety to remind you it was there without actually doing anything about it. 12 hours. The Algoma Buffalo pointed herself at Port Colborne and got on with it, and so did we. Back through Lock 8 and into the canal. 12 miles to Wharf 6. 6 knots to Ramey's Bend, 8 knots to Port Robinson, and then 6 knots the rest of the way. The wheelsman kept it in the middle. I drank my G Fuel. 2 car tunnels passed underneath us with their occupants completely unaware that almost 20,000 tons of road salt was crossing above them. Nobody got a speeding ticket, and the Algoma Buffalo tied up at Wharf 6 in Thorold, exactly where she started, with 5 holds full of salt for the roads of southern Ontario next winter. The second trip of the 2026 shipping season. Thorold to Port Colborne to Cleveland, Cleveland back to Thorold. Fuel delivered by road, salt delivered by water, bow thruster working, GPS behaving, no fog, no drama, no $5,000 fine, and the ship doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and going exactly where it's supposed to go. Arriving probably a little late, but we're never on time anyway.